Have you ever thought about the cool pictures and secret signs in the very last book of the Bible called Revelation? This book was written by a man named John and full of interesting but tricky stuff. It's a bit like a big mystery waiting to be solved. Unlike the other in the New Testament, Revelation talks a lot about what might happen at the end of the world. It's got stories about judgment and rescue that have caused lots of discussions. People have been trying to understand it for a very long time. It's full of different pictures, like the 4 horsemen and the 7 seals. Each one of these pictures has a special message behind it, often linked to what was happening when John was alive. Even though it can be confusing, the book of Revelation still attracts a lot of people because it's so deep and intricate. Let's explore the amazing world of Revelation and see if we can work out what it all means. The book of Revelation is like a big treasure chest filled with lots of different symbols. Each symbol tells its own special story. Let's take a look at some of these cool symbols. First, there are 7 seals. These seals are like secret messages from God about what will happen when the world is about to end. Each time you open a seal, it tells you about a big event that will happen. It might seem scary, but it's all part of God's big plan to make everything new and better. Then we meet the 4 horsemen. These are 4 big, powerful characters who stand for the really scary things that will happen during the end times. The white horse stands for winning battles, the red horse stands for wars, the black horse stands for hunger, and the pale horse stands for death. They show us what it's like when the world is in big trouble and has to face lots of problems before everything can start fresh. Next, we meet the beast. This scary creature reminds us of the bad things that can happen when people in power do wrong things. But the beast isn't just a scary monster, it's also a way to talk about the bad things happening in our world. Finally, we meet the woman clothed with the sun. She's a bright, shining figure who is very different from the beast. She stands for the good and strong church, a beacon of hope when things seem bad. Her fight with the beast is like the never-ending battle between good and evil, a fight that goes beyond the real world and into the world of spirits. These symbols and many more make the story of the book of Revelation really interesting. They're not just pictures or events, but they're ways to understand the deep truths about God. They help us imagine what the end times might be like, a time of big changes and new beginnings. Knowing these symbols helps us understand the important messages hidden in the book of Revelation. So, what have we learned from our adventure into the book of We've dived deep into its secret signs, figuring out the hidden pictures that tell its story. These signs help us to understand the real meanings and the rich stories hidden inside. We also found out the main message of the book, a message of hope. Even though the book shows us some scary times, it also tells us that good will always win over bad. This is a message that is still important today, reminding us that even when things are tough, hope is always there. What's more, we found out that the book of Revelation still matters today. The book's predictions make us think about what we do and what could happen because of it, teaching us to be more careful and aware. The book of, even though it's a bit tricky, gives us a cool look into the spiritual world and the final win of good. The book of Revelation isn't just a book filled with cool symbols and visions. It's like a treasure chest filled with important lessons about life and spirituality. Think of it as a big, detailed puzzle. Each piece of the puzzle helps us understand more about faith, life, and what lies beyond. It's like a special invitation to explore this great puzzle and figure out what it means to you. It's not just a book you read, it's a book you experience. It's a journey of learning about yourself and about the world around us. But remember, understanding the book of Revelation isn't a race. It's a journey, like a long walk that takes time, patience, and an open mind. It's about really understanding each word, each sentence, each part of the story, and letting the book's deep lessons touch your heart. So let's start the adventure through Revelation and let its wonderful teachings guide you.